Well, a very good evening to each and every one of you, and welcome to this week's episode of Your Manchester. Did you have a good Easter?
I had a fantastic Easter, ate lots of eggs, flipped lots of pancakes. I know that's not necessarily Easter, but we're still doing that in our household.
I just went with a lot of chickens. Anyhow, we have got a fabulous show today, but make sure you subscribe and make sure you click on the dingle dongle bell, and that way you can watch every single episode of
Your Manchester.
Well, our first guest you may recognise from a programme called Shameless, or The Bill, is now currently doing a play called
All I See Is You, and it's absolutely fantastic. And look, he's joined us here today.
Here he is, Mr. Ciaran Griffiths. So, you've got a lovely play coming, haven't you?
That's right, yeah.
What's it called and where's it about?
It's called All I See Is You, and it's set in Bolton in
Yeah.
1966. And it's a roller coaster love story that you rarely see told. And it's basically about the courage that it took for gay people to overcome prejudice in that time and be the true selves, yeah.
Because 50 years ago, it was completely different. And for this, story, it must be quite hard-hitting, yeah?
Absolutely, like it'll make you laugh in parts, it'll make you cry in parts, hopefully, if I'm on form. Yeah, it's a beautiful story, and it's very truthful as well. And Catherine Smith, the writer, she did loads of research and loads of interviews with people who were around in Bolton at that time. So it's very truthful, I think, and honest. Yeah.
So we're in for an absolute treat then.
Yeah.
So do we need to bring hankies?
Yes, and it's set in the 60s as well, so the music is wicked.
I've heard Dusty Springfield plays a good part in it.
Yeah, Dusty
Amazing.
Springfield, yeah.
So some cracking music.
How's Dusty Springfield managed to get away into this?
All I See Is You. It was a big song of hers. So yeah, I think that's what the play is. But there's links to her in the play as well. So.
Now, you mentioned Bolton.
Yeah.
It opened last year, actually, at the Octagon to some amazing reviews.
Yeah.
But now you're moving it to Hope Mill, aren't you? Which is an amazing venue.
That's right, yeah, it's top Hope Mill. And also, so we start off, we go to Brighton, then we go to Dublin, and then we go to Hope Mill, because we all knew that, because we had quite a short run in Bolton, but then we knew that because of the reaction that it got, and also, the short run, we just knew that it wasn't finished, so to be given a chance to bring it back, especially to Manchester, because I know that it'll do well in Manchester, do you know what I mean? It just has to be seen, so we just want as many people to see the piece as possible.
So tell us a little bit about your character then, because doesn't it start off in a record store?
It starts off in a public toilet.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Moves to the record
As
store.
all good stories should.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they have this crazy encounter. It's Bobby's first time ever sort of going out. He's finally built up the courage to sort of go and try and, get laid. So they meet in this toilet cubicle and end up having a whirlwind romance, fall in love. And my character Bobby, he's there's no stopping him. He works on a record counter in Woolies. That's Woolworths for all the millennials.
Do you remember Woolworths?
Oh, their pick and mix was great.
I used to steal from the pick
I
and
was
mix
going to
in
say
Woolworths.
that was the best
We all
Saturday
did,
afternoon
we all
ever. McDonald's, pick and mix, Rob, home.
Ooh, yeah.
Try and not use your clipper card. Do you remember?
Yeah, he used to make the sound.
I was the head girl, so I didn't do all of
yeah.
that. But it's not the only thing, though, that you've been doing this show, is it? You've been really busy, not just on stage. I've been glued to watching you on the bay.
Yeah, nice one. Yeah, that's a good show. I was actually doing a play at the time that it was being filmed as well. So it was I was in and out, but I was just buzzing to be a part of it, And I knew a lot of the crew, like you do, when you work on the circuit, and you work with certain actors and crew members and stuff like that. So it was but some sets you go on, there's always sort of there's always a knobhead, isn't there? But on this, on this, there wasn't. Everybody.
We have one on this show.
Oh, do you know what?
And just me today. But it was just a really nice. I felt really relaxed. It was a really nice vibe on there. Yeah, it was good,
Brilliant.
and it seems to be doing really well.
It is, yeah. Everyone's glued to it on ITV, and we still don't know who's done it, so we might have to just tie him down and make him tell us.
Do you know who's done it? Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a bit of a departure, because we've seen you kind of in roles like Shameless,
Oh, hi.
you say playing Bobby as well is a different role, but this is you play a dad in it, and I saw you in a suit, and you're not going to court.
No, yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? It does feel weird. Like playing a dad, I mean, I've not got any kids or anything like that. I've not even got a pet, you know. I'm a struggle to look after myself at the best of times. But I'm doing all right. But yeah, to play like a dad now, I feel like I've turned that, and it's scary, isn't it? I went out actually for my mate's 30th a couple of weeks ago in town, and I've not been out in town for like a while, I'd say so. Maybe since last year, and I felt really old for like the first time. You know, when you look around and people look young.
Yeah. Once again, when's it on?
It's from the 27th of May at Hope Mill till the...
I think it's 1st of June. Yep.
1st of June.
1st of June, yeah.
Sounds fantastic.
It's absolutely fantastic,
well,
so you've got to go and see it.
Yeah.
Well, all right then. Thank you very much for your time.
Thanks a million.
Cheers. Thank you.
All right, see you, Ciaran.
Thank
Take care.
you. Right, now it's time to hand over to our beanbag. That's not just a nickname for this person, that's actually a real thing. She's going to be telling you all about what's going on the screen.
Yeah, here's our Hayley.
Hi, I'm Hayley and welcome to On The Box. Now the new series of Game of Thrones is out, and possible spoilers include Jaime will be dead by the middle of the series, the White Walkers will talk, and Theon will find redemption by sacrificing himself. Now fans, please tweet me at HeyKate and let me know your thoughts and predictions. Thanks. Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy said that there are several players coming together to plan out the future of Star Wars for another decade. Exciting stuff. Line of Duty Season 5 has been all about the mystery of who H is. The show has been making it look like Ted Hastings is the guilty party, but the official suspect list still has a fair amount of people who haven't been cleared yet. Assassin drama Hannah, which premiered on Amazon recently, has already been renewed for a second series. The first series follows 15-year-old Hannah, who spends her entire young life training to become an assassin. Now, Sherlock has actually been voted the favourite TV theme tune by Classic FM, the BFI and Radio Times. A sequel to Zombieland is scheduled for this October. And the most exciting thing ever this week, that when I was looking up of what was coming up, is that Disney have actually released the full trailer for The Lion King. And it will be in cinemas from July, and I, for one, cannot wait. Can you tell? Over to Corrie, and the storylines for Ali will get bigger as James, who plays him, has extended his contract. He will film his final scenes with Michelle before he leaves this year. That's it from me, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!
I'm Emily Fleeshman for Your Manchester, and today we're in Cheshire looking at charity shop shopping and how buying second-hand can have a positive impact on both the environment and your pocket. And today we've been lucky enough to get a sneak peek behind the scenes in Oxfam. We're going to see all of what they do with all their clothes from donations, right through until clothes that aren't sold. So the donations come in, they get sorted, they get steamed, they get put on the shop floor, and anything that doesn't sell gets packed up and gets sorted for things like soundproofing, insulation, mattresses in the UK, and then if there's clothes that are fit for purpose, they get sent over to Senegal, and then they're sold in Senegal, putting money back into the economy. It's so great to know that your donations are helping other people around the world and keeping your clothes out of landfill. So I'm here in the Salvation Army with Sue, and I just wanted to talk a little bit more about where these clothes come from and also where they go afterwards, and how buying second-hand keeps fashion out of landfill and also is really good for saving you a bob or two on the latest fashions. So hi Sue.
Hi.
So tell us a little bit more about what made you come and work here for the Salvation Army and what it has attracted you to charity shopping in the first place.
Okay, well I've always shopped in charity shops. Initially I used to just buy books in charity shops because they're so expensive elsewhere, and then I just got hooked because you can find some amazing bargains. And when I saw the job for Salvation Army come, I thought, yeah, I've got to work for them. They're a great charity. They do a lot of brilliant work. So that was what's drew me in, really.
See, this shop's a little bit different, isn't it? It's called a boutique. So tell me why it's a little bit different from the average charity shop and why it shuns the stigma attached to charity shop shopping.
Okay, so we want to sell high-end premium designer fashion in here because we get a lot of that kind of stock donated, and we want to maximise the sales and the money for the charity we get from that. So we set this shop up to be that little bit different, and in fact people don't even notice sometimes that it is a charity shop. They think it is just a typical Wilmslow boutique shop. So,
and you've certainly done that, haven't you? Because I think it's colour coded, it's a really pleasant environment, it's light and bright and airy, and it really showcases some of your best items. Have you seen a significant difference in the amount of items that are purchased here because of that?
Yeah, absolutely. People love the shop, and they know it's here now, so they come back and they know they're going to get a bargain when they're here, but also they're going to get high-end fashion, so it has really made a difference.
So you've talked about some of the high-end fashion pieces you've had in here.
Yeah.
Which are your personal favourites?
So personal favourites would be a Mulberry handbag that we had in, which was great. Also a Burberry handbag, which was very nice. My thing is shoes and handbags, so they're the things that grab my attention. But you can spend a fortune in here every time you come.
Yeah, and I'm sure you do.
There's a million things to look at, so yeah.
Well, I'm a big fan of charity shop shopping. This is a little favourite of mine, and I think that actually that's the point. People don't realise they can get some amazing pieces, and fashions do come round. So actually there are some gorgeous key pieces for every season available at a better price for everyone's pocket, and they can actually get things that are maybe more expensive they wouldn't be able to buy first time round in these places. And not only are they repurposing those clothes and keeping them out of landfill, but they're also donating their money to an amazing cause. Tell us a little bit about where that money goes when they come and shop here.
Okay, so the Salvation Army uses the money to help people with addiction, homelessness, also emergency situations across the world, really. Salvation Army are usually first on the scene with the T-van and offering help and support and advice, and so that's where the money goes. It's a great cause.
Amazing. And so the clothes that don't necessarily get bought here, what are the provisions in place to stop those clothes ending up in the trash?
Okay, so 99% of all the textiles we get in is reused. So if it doesn't sell in this shop, we have other shop formats that it can go into, the bargain shops where everything's under £3. And if it doesn't sell there, we can sell it on to other countries where clothing is expensive or people can't afford to buy new. So 99% of it gets reused.
I think that's what people maybe don't realise when they come and actually shop in the second-hand places, charity shops. They're actually helping the environment. They're making a really ethical, sustainable choice about where they're buying their clothes from. And I think what we really need to do as society is shun all of those stigmas attached to buying from charity shops, because actually they're beautiful environments. You often get items that are way more expensive than you could originally afford, and you're helping great causes. And so it's a win-win, really, isn't it?
Yeah,
Thank you so much, Sue. It's been lovely chatting to you.
Thanks.
So there you go, charity shop shopping and buying second hand. Not only are you keeping your clothes out of landfill, but you're putting your money in some great causes. So next time you're on your high street, give your charity shops a chance. Join me next time for another dose of conscious consumption.
Well, it's now time for our next guest. Are you excited?
I am very excited because poetry is not my thing, so I just want to be enlightened.
And then we'll have Poetry in Motion.
Of course we will.
Let's welcome our next guest. Thank you very much for joining us.
No problem.
Tell us all about this wonderful performance poetry that you're doing.
Well, so as part of the Manchester Fringe, I'm doing a show called Black and Ellipses. And essentially, basically, the idea for it was thinking about all of the things that blackness can intersect with. That could be, you know, your gender, that can be your sexuality, that can be your class, it can be anything. And so I kind of wanted to put all of those ideas on stage and kind of work it out.
And where do you start with something like that? Does it come from like diaries? Is it kind of notes that you make as you go along?
Yeah, I had a really great creative writing teacher, shout out, who actually in high school told me to do a year of just writing poetry. And I'd never done it before, and I said, this is strange. And it was strange at the time, and some of the poetry is a little weird, but I addressed that. And it kind of helped in chronicling what the show is talking about is kind of the life of a teenage black queer woman in America and what that means and what that doesn't mean. And so that is kind of the basis of the work. That's where the text comes from,
Wow.
honestly. Yeah.
And is this the first time that you'll perform it then in Manchester, or, you know?
First time performing a work of theater. I've done some
Fab.
small gigs here and there because I do work in poetry, and I, headline some verbose, shout out as well.
Yeah.
Are we going to get a taster of one of your poems now?
I mean, well,
Yes,
You
we
put
are.
her on the spot?
oh, I've been put on the spot. Okay, the full poem?
Yes.
All right, so I'll do something. It's called Society Presents. I've been doing it forever. So basically what the poem is because I work in theater and I went on auditions a lot, I got a lot of weird things said to me by casting directors. And so I guess I'll do it now. You know what I love? The constant reminder that not only has my body seemed to fail the world, but the world has reciprocated. I just love living in the mold that society has given me based on what my body looks like. Let me give you a quick rundown. Society says that I'm not a Precious, but I'm definitely not a Leslie Jones. I'm somewhere in the middle where I can't act in anything not written or produced by Oprah. And that's all I'm giving you. Come see the show.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I
love
loved it.
that.
I love that taste. So where is the show? When's it on? When can we see it?
It's at Gullivers, the 10th, 11th, and 12th of July at 6 p.m. And that's all you need to know.
Oh,
Wow, I'm
fabulous.
excited.
And it's a one-woman show. And you're
It's
one
just
hell of a
me.
woman.
Which should be celebrated on a constant basis.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Do you
I
get
feel really
nervous?
privileged.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah?
Absolutely. I'll be sweating, definitely.
Yes?
But you won't see it because I'll be wearing black.
Okay, well,
You'll just glisten.
Oh, glisten. Thank you. Yes. That's exactly what I'll do.
you'll be sweating. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you. So now we're joined by our Titters. How the heck are you? I am scared to ask this week.
It was tattoo, wasn't it?
It was tattoo night last night.
You had
Oh
it
my
done?
God.
Did you go through with it?
I did, yes.
Was it painful?
Yeah.
It had its moments. It
Okay.
Was,
Well, you've got a VT for us to look,
got a
haven't you?
little VT for you to...
Should we have a look at the VT then?
Yes, certainly.
Let's roll that VT.
Well, it's Monday night, and tomorrow I'm going having a tattoo, and it's going to be round about here. So, I think before I go, I might need to get rid of a bit of this chest here. Just get the chain thing going. And off we go. That's my dry shave done. I think I might need to give it a bit of a wet shave, but hey look, I'll go and have a shower instead. Do it in the shower. See you tomorrow when I'm on the table having my tattoo. Right, here I am with nervous anticipation outside on the waiting area. I'm due in any minute now. I'm due my table soon, so see you inside. Once in the room, a transfer of the tattoo is applied, in this case to my chest, leaving a blue outline to be blacked in. Well, that bit was painless. Now to the business end.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah. Tell you in a sec.
Lee, the tattooist, started work with the black ink. Sometimes I was nearly nodding off and then, bang! God, it hurt.
I don't know what you got there, but it sent me kneecap up then.
Probably 30 minutes for the outline. Then, more black ink to build up and enrich the picture. The colours were added, one at a time, constantly building. And I found it all quite fascinating. Fortunately for me, I have a high pain threshold. But on a few occasions, my leg kicked out involuntarily. And yes, I did feel some short moments of extreme pain. But the pain was all worth it.
Incredible that. Loving the bees at the top.
I just loved the result.
Yeah, that's all round. Yeah, I like that. That piece of work. And that's complete.
Come on, let's see it close up then. Come on, get it out.
Get
let's
your clothes
let's have a
off,
look at
come
this.
on.
Come on.
Me posh jacket.
You're fully stripping and everything.
I don't get around for everybody. Just to tell you. Come on.
All right.
Yeah.
Come on, I'm excited.
I can see a little bit.
This
in the
is
corner.
saving me a fortune on DVDs. I tell you. You brave man. It rubs off, doesn't it?
Oh, that's
Does it rub
gorgeous.
off? You
No, it's real.
Oh my God.
That
wow.
is fantastic.
That is just wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I can just explain behind
Yes.
it. Right. I got the roses.
Yeah.
Because my dad's a Lancastrian.
Yeah.
Right,
But
okay.
my mum's a Yorkshire lass.
War of the Roses,
Yeah.
right?
So it's a red rose with a white heart.
Yeah.
My mother. And I've got two children, Charlotte and Nick. So
Yeah.
I've got two little Manchester bees with the little blue wings, and the blue is the background of the Yorkshire flag.
Oh,
like
that's
blue with the white
fabulous.
It's
And what does the family mean?
heart. It's me, really. It's just me.
he's summed himself up in
Oh,
it.
of course it
What does
is.
family mean? Oh, I've just got that. She was being witty.
I I was trying.
She was trying to be witty.
Wow. Now, would you have another one after having that?
I wouldn't choose to have one because this was a personal choice.
Yeah.
After my mum died, I thought, yep, I'll get it done. And so this is quite personal to me.
And it is a great tribute.
And would you recommend other people getting them done?
I would say, fortunately, I've got a high pain threshold, so it was comfortable. I didn't break out in a sweat. However, when it hurt,
Yeah.
and I've got a leg that moved involuntarily. Sort of thing.
Well, there's nothing worse than getting pricked, is there, too hard?
Well, when you've got that many pricks on your chest, it's about hundreds and hundreds. After a while,
Yeah.
it hurts.
Go on, say it.
Oh, ta-ta, Titters.
Ta-ta.
Hey, that makes sense tonight.
Ta-ta,
Titters.
Titters. Oh, God. Thank you very much.
Oh, well, I enjoyed that show.
I had a nice time, did you?
A plethora of guests.
Yes, indeed. It's easy for you to say.
It's so not.
Unless you've got no front teeth. Now, listen, we're not here next week, everybody, because we are having a little hiatus, aren't we?
Yeah, just because you're turning 40. You need to go and lie down.
I'm actually 18, and if you don't believe me, check the label in my dress.
Yeah,
Yes.
whatever. You have a fabulous birthday.
Mwah, mwah. So join us all in just 2 weeks' time, and we'll see you all then, only on
Your Manchester.